Yo, 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 what is going on, good people of the internet? Welcome back to my channel. It has been so long. Guys, it's been almost 2 months since I put out any content on my YouTube channel. And I've missed each and every one of you guys, man. It's been such a long time. I took a long vacation, so I just got back from a couple weeks in Greece and then Austria. So I had an absolutely amazing adventure, a great little vacation with my girlfriend. It was such a good time, but now we are back in Chicago, back on this big boy, the Sherman L. So the reason I'm riding around this parking lot is because they have really good lighting, and I want to show you something really quickly before we get started and go to our group ride tonight on this Sherman L. So I want to show you this little mod that I did a couple months ago, I guess about a month ago at this point. But it is a washer spacer mod, if you can call it that. So what you're looking at right there is a 90/90 Conti Scoot tire. It's a Continental Conti Scoot, probably the best street tire that I've ever used. My preferred riding tire if I'm going on the street is this one. Now, I installed it originally on my Sherman L and it did not fit. When I put the whole wheel back together, there was rubbing on both sides of the battery boxes, and there was just no way that this 90/90 was going to fit. And that's annoying because oh, look at that, we're at 900 miles. But no, that's annoying because I imported this tire all the way from, I don't know, I bought a couple of these. The first one came from Spain. The second one came from like the Netherlands or something. I don't remember. But this is a chunky, big boy tire on that wheel, and it is super wide and super stable. So, I am gonna do a terrible job describing this. I already know because I didn't have the forethought to record myself do it in the moment. But essentially, the modification that I've done is to exchange all 8 of these screws with longer versions of the same size, and then add 3 layers of washers under each of these screws. And that's all I did. I added 3 layers of washers on each of these 8 screws, used the stock screws on all these up here and those in there, and it works just fine. Everything's screwed back together just how I wanted it to. And as you saw, I'm now at 900 miles on the wheel, and I'd say I've had the mod on for about 300 of those miles, and I haven't had any problems. Maybe even more than that, 300. It's been a while. Like I've put some wear on this tire from riding it. But yeah, no, it's fine. Everything works flawlessly. Some of the people that did this modification on the Sherman S, they also recommended to add washers to the screws that go along the top near the motherboard. But I just straight up didn't do that, and I haven't noticed any misalignment whatsoever. I can't really do the flex test right now, but this thing is rock solid. Not worried about it whatsoever. There's no misalignment. I have no gaps on the top panel. It's just been great. But yeah, that's a little bit about the tire. I will say, and I'll talk about this more as I go on my group ride tonight when I catch up with my friends. But the tire is extremely stable. But is there such a thing as a tire being too stable? Like, it's super fun to carve with. I can lean my whole body off the wheel. But is it too stable? When I was installing it, the tire was physically heavy. But those tubeless tires get pretty heavy. So let's start making our way to the group ride. Go meet up with my friends. You like that one-handed lift on the Sherman L? It's the like method. See that on YouTube Shorts? There you go. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna pause here for a second and then keep on recording. When I catch up with my friends, I'm gonna take a look at the map, see where everybody's at, and where I need to go to meet up with the group. So I'll be right back. Hey, I lied. I thought my friends were gonna meet up with me. You know, that's not the case. I'm gonna meet up with them. Actually, that's really how we're gonna do it. I'm gonna meet up with them, but I gotta get there, and I don't know how. So I'm riding around, recording myself on the unicycle. Got the Sherman L going. I'm gonna be throwing a little bit of extra clips into this video. It might be a little longer than normal, just maybe because I've been gone for a little bit. Maybe I got something to say, but yeah, it's just gonna be me riding around. As you can see, we're out here in Lincoln Park, speeding around. We're headed south to Easy Bar. Easy Bar is off Division on the west side. Not really on the west side, more like on the Division, given its name. But yeah, it's always a good meetup spot. While I was gone on my long-term vacation, right, the group here in Chicago, they celebrated their 300th Tuesday night ride. Now, obviously not consecutive due to weather and snowstorms and whatnot, but still 300 Tuesday night rides. Several years in the making. You love to see it. What a great group of guys. Here we go. And because of my winter glove setup, I don't have my Apple Watch, so I can't even see my PWM. I gotta look down at the voltage and the speed. But no, I'm going 42, something like that. The Sherman L is pretty close to GPS speed. I would say it's like maybe 5% off or something. It's under 10 compared to you know, the teens that the Begode has going, and Extreme Bull. They're, you know, 20% sometimes. Oh, I thought that was a left turn, but it was a hazard signal. We popped up anyway. But look at here, we're at Division. I'm gonna be turning right, and our destination's 2 miles or so away. So let's get it. Do some traffic riding. Make this gap. Mind the gap. I don't trust this little Prius car, so we stay wide. A 90/90 tire is stupid stable, like crazy stable, like almost too stable. Now, I think one of the last times I did this over the shoulder shot, the wind popped out my microphone cable and I lost some good quality audio. So let's hope that doesn't happen. But you know, still making our way toward Division. I gotta say, it's a really beautiful, clear night to be riding out here in Chicago. There's no clouds. I can see like so many airplanes in the sky. You know, we have O'Hare and Midway, very large airports here in Chicago. Oh man. Sometimes I forget I'm even recording. Just focus on the ride. It's been a while since I've seen some of these like traffic patterns, right? It's been over a month since I rode, so try to get confidence in shooting some of these gaps in between cars and going off to the right. Like, it's a skill you gotta train, you gotta learn to look out for that timing every day. So just getting back into the groove of that. All right, I just took a look. We are half a mile away. We just gotta cross our fingers and hope that the group ride has not started without us. And just going off past experiences, I don't think they did. But hey, what I was saying though, the group just celebrated their 300th Tuesday night ride. That's a huge feat. Shout out to everyone involved with our Tuesday night rides. They really do a great job of bringing the people together, as I am brought here on a Tuesday night for the ride. So it's a great night. I'm expecting nothing less than a banger group ride. I think I'm going to take the speed crew this time instead of the chill crew. You know, we have two. We got a speed and chill. I think I'm going to go with the speed. But let's clock in back when I get catch up with the group.
All right, you guys ready? Yeah? All right, let's go.
Let's go. All right, man, the time is here, and I'd be lying if I said I didn't feel alive right now. The start of a new group ride, Tuesday night on the Speed Crew in Chicago. This is how we do. Yeah, you like that? That was pretty clean. All right. Whew. So we are joined by a number of our good friends. Leading the pack tonight, it's a good number of Surons. Now, I don't know if they're actually Surons, but those E-Motos, they look like so much fun, and they're taking over some of Chicago, I gotta say. Always looks like a blast when they ride. And me, I'm just scared of that much power in one hand, to be honest. Like, that throttle, you're laying everything on the line with that throttle. But I got the Sherman L out here today, and I just changed my settings. I've switched up my ways. I used to say I don't like acceleration assist. I used to say, you know, I don't use it all the way. Fuck that. I'm at 100% acceleration assist and 80 hard mode pedals. I've been rocking that, and it's been all right. But, you know, I literally change my opinion on the settings every single day. Sometimes it feels good. Sometimes it's too much boat action. But for right now, I'm enjoying it. I'm able to go pretty fast. We got my man, Stro Dog, going faster than me. I'll give everybody space. And here we go. Going to the right. I love this route. This is a wide right. Then we go through the park. A couple of bumps. I've shot several videos starting this way, leaving Easy Bar and coming around this corner. But it's just dark. You might not recognize it. A couple things I want to talk about on this nighttime adventure. So as I was mentioning in the kind of intro, I've modified this Sherman L to fit a 90/90 street tire. And while I love it, it gives me extreme stability. I kind of like the playfulness of an 80/90, all things considered. Like I never felt like the 80/90 was too narrow, or like too narrow that I needed it to be wider. But now it seems like every single wheel is coming default with the 90/90. So that's what I got on this one. I got the 90/90 Conti Scoot. I said that number so many times, I'm not gonna say it again. But yeah, it's so stable. It might be too stable. Ah. So smooth of a wheel. You see that? Yeah. Talk about good cars. My man in the orange right there, killing it, riding the links. This is the Speed Crew, and one of my favorite unicycle clips ever is my man Paul out of New York, who says on live TV, you know, if you see a unicycle rider in the street, chances are he's highly skilled. And ain't that the goddamn truth? Here I am with a group of highly skilled individuals running free. Woo! Man, it feels so good to ride again. I had a great time out, overseas, but I only ran into one guy on an electric unicycle, and he was riding a little InMotion V8. Oh man. You know what feels great? Those power knobs. I'm not gonna go over one of those things seated because I'm gonna I'm gonna pogo stick off my Sherman L. But power knobs, 90/90 tire, unmatched stability. I got the whole wheel under my control. I could lean motorcycle style off this wheel. Look at this. I can't touch it. I'm not even gonna try to anymore. I'm not El Unicycle or whatever his name is. He's a badass. Zen Lee with the wheel scrape, with the elbow scrape or whatever. What a guy. What a rider. We're making a left onto the street. My speed is 22. Is it really though? Oh no, I'm going fast. That's a good one. Running the red light speed camera. Or not the red light camera, but the speed camera. Oh man. So yeah, Sherman L. It is honestly the king of stability now with this fat ass 90/90 tire. I wouldn't say the king. I mean, if you ever ridden the GC Pro Plus with the big ass tire, I don't even know what it is, like 110/90 or something. That tire is fat, and it probably is more stable than that, but it wouldn't turn as easy as this one. So it's a trade-off, just like everything in this EUC world. And so far, the Sherman L seems to be the least amount of trade-off for just about every single riding style. What'd I just say? I'm with a group of highly skilled individuals. Electric prodigies. Man. And above all that, just a great group of people. What a sick shot. But yeah, what I was saying earlier is that the Sherman L seems to be the wheel with the least amount of trade-offs for each of the different riding categories, right? Like, it's light enough where you could off-road it. It's a beast on the street. It's relatively fast. It doesn't have the same torque that some of these newer Begode wheels have. But, you know, it is a great all-around wheel. Insane range, probably the best weight to range wheel there is, because it is incredibly efficient. I mean, there's times where I look down after a full ride and I've used, you know, 4, 5, 6 volts out of the 151 volt total, you know. Not saying you have all that to deal with, but, you know, there's times where I've looked down and I'm like, wow, it's so efficient. I've only used 6 volts from the top. But, you know, this is the EUC game, and nothing in this game is permanent. And things are always evolving. And there's lots of new guys on the scene. So since I have been gone, there has been an entirely new EUC company manufacturer to come out called Nosfet. I'm sure you guys all know. I'm the one who's late to the party, so it's not like I'm announcing anything, but I'm sure you've heard about the Nosfet Apex. I have watched all the videos available to me, and so far that's just been, you know, Matt, Burt, Roger, Marty, a little bit of the Alien Rides guys, and then Gabe from EVs, right? No offense, Bradley, but I don't want to see 10 hours of your baby jumps. I want to see the full sins that Mr. Matt's doing. So yeah, all those, with having seen all the content that's out there, I can't help but feel like I would not buy the wheel myself personally. But that doesn't mean it's a bad wheel. All right, so having seen all the content that's out there on the Nosfet Apex, I don't think I'd be buying the wheel personally. But I mean, what do you expect? Look around. I'm in one of the flattest cities in the US. There's literally no hills here. And it's so flat that the hills that we do have, you can like find them on Google Maps. Like, you can just Google hill and you'll see like, oh, there's a hill in this area. People, you know, it's got reviews on fucking Google. That's how flat it is. So can't say I'd buy the heavy, extreme off-roading wheel, but then I sound super dumb and hypocritical when I turn around and tell you that I pre-ordered the Begode X-way, right? So why would I get the Begode X-way but I wouldn't get the Nosfet Apex? I'll tell you why. Begode has, as the longest running company, their firmware has been around the longest. Right now, they are the most in touch with their rider base on what it is that the wheels need and the fixes to get them to where they need to be, right? You see people complain about issues and they get fixed relatively quickly. You see communication about the issues from both dealers and Begode. And ultimately, their firmware just feels good for high torque, high power, high speed off-road applications. Yeah, I think the Begode X-way is going to be an absolute killer with the light design, 168 volts, 3,000 watt-hour battery at only 91 pounds. Let me catch up to them. There's actually an ET Max right here with me on this ride. I'm gonna slow down, give this guy some room. So yeah, there's an ET Max with me right here on this ride. And that wheel is what, 104, 105 pounds, something like that? That's quite a bit heavier than 91 pounds, I'll tell you. So to pack the performance of the ET Max into a package that's 91 pounds, I think that is going to be a killer. Another thing that drew me to the wheel was the philosophy of the wheel. It was designed to be the highest torque wheel Begode has ever released, with this new motor, that's C38-4. Now the C38 motor has been around, but this new motor has 4 millimeter or 4 centimeter, I don't know, 4 something thickness on the stator, I think. And just to give you an idea, the ET Max motor, it's thick. If you've ridden the ET Max, it already has a significant amount of torque. Its motor was 3.6 millimeters. So the C38-4 motor is going to have stupid torque. And from Kevin at Alien Rides, it seems like this is the type of wheel that does tire burnouts while going up hills, off-road obstacles. So that's the type of torque that I'm looking for in a wheel. So you'll see it here first. As soon as I get that bad boy, I'm going to be testing it out. All right, I'm in motorcycle mode with this Sherman L Conti Scoot tire. The 9090 is a game changer though, but it's almost like, do I want the 9090? I don't know. The mods feel great though. The washers themselves, I haven't had any problems. I've been taking this thing off jumps. I've been bonking curbs rather. I've been doing all sorts of shit, and I haven't had any misalignment. That was pretty sick. You see that, Bronx? Nothing, no sketchy shit. So we're rocking it for now. And another reason I wanted to get that X-way is to have a wheel with a knobby tire for the winter, because gosh, it is winter here in Chicago. Today is probably the last 60-degree day of the year, quite frankly. You look on the map or on the weather forecast, and all I see is 40s coming up the next 2 weeks. We're actually scheduled to get our first major snow this week on Thursday. So I'm not looking forward to that, I gotta say. I'm really not. But the wheel, it gets me through the winter, man. I'm telling you, like, being able to be outside and transport myself around the city wherever I want to go and meet up with people and do things and get out of my house during the dead of winter when it is dark as hell after like 4 p.m. Like the sunset here is like 4:25 right now. But the thing is, there's buildings, and that's like when the sun goes past the horizon. So it gets dark at like 3:45. You're looking outside and it's getting dark. So having the wheel gets me through that seasonal depression that many people have here in Chicago. So that was the moral of the story. Let's get fast and go. I'm going, what, 42? I can go faster than that. And if you notice, my Commander Pro, I was going 50 miles per hour GPS with no problem, but here I'm leaning damn near as far, you know, I'm really leading into it. I'm struggling to push past 45. And the GPS is supposedly correct, so maybe it is 45 GPS. And I'm just used to reading an inflated screen, but man, it doesn't feel as fast as the Commander Pro. I will say that, it does not feel as fast. And just like the Nosfet Apex, while I was gone, another wheel, I don't know if it leaked or was released or what, but another wheel came out, Begode Panther. This time it's basically an X-way mixed with the Master Pro, right? He's not with us today, but there are a couple people in Chicago that have the Commander Extreme Bull GT Pro Plus, and that is the wheel that was already, the predecessor wheel that's 168 volts and 4,400 watt hours of battery. But yeah, what I was just saying was that the Extreme Bull GT Pro Plus, it's already been out for a really long time at the same amount of specs, and the people who ride it really enjoy the wheel. I know it has some particular things like the battery voltage being rather high, and for the low battery cutoff being rather high compared to Leatt wheels, preventing you from using all that big ass battery. And there's also a difference in the tire size. I'm probably totally just rambling at this point because I was going fast, but woo! So yeah, the Begode Panther, it's very similar to the Extreme Bull GT Pro Plus in specs, except it has a 22-inch tire. So this is the upgraded Master Pro that people were looking for that whole time, right? So many people wanted the big boy Master Pro, 168 volts. Well, here it is. All right, open street, nobody around. Wide carbs, super stable, full body engagement. I can lean my whole body off of the wheel. That's what that Conti Scoot is all about. And in the 90-90 version, it's even more stable. I've only ridden this wheel previously at 80-90, and damn, it feels good. Would advise, people, I would advise. So yeah, has that GPS speed been working the whole time? You guys been able to see what speed I'm going? Tell me if that GPS speed is accurate. The highest I've hit so far, I think, is like 45 or 46. I might hit a little higher, but I'll have to go back and look when I am editing. But yeah, I gotta imagine we're coming up on the destination rather soon. I'm not sure where the destination is, but we've been going for a good 15 miles or so, which is fun because this has been a great ride so far. It feels really good to be back out on the Sherman L. Like this wheel, you saw in the intro, I just broke 900 miles on this wheel. All right, look at this shot. Here we go. Bunch of highly skilled racers. EC Max, seated. Sherman S, seated. Sherman L. And I'm gonna blow through all of them. Here we go. Here we go. 50. Oh my God. 51. I've never. Oh, dude. Whoa. Okay. I just felt something from this wheel I have never felt before. I don't know if that was high-speed mode kicking in, but I just felt like this wheel got like a second boost of torque at 50. Like I was going 45 and I leaned on it and it went. It went. Now I'm going 48. Damn, this wheel, bro, what? What a weird wheel. Literally, what a weird wheel. Sometimes it's not powerful, sometimes it is. I'm going right. Wow. Okay, I'm gonna do a bonk. That was pretty fun. All right, guys, I got a little distracted right there at the end of a little drag race, but I'm gonna sign off here. We've reached our destination for our Tuesday night ride. It was a great ride. I just feel like I unlocked something new with this Sherman L. I have never felt the wheel do what it just did. I was going 45, I leaned on it, it cranked up the second gear and sent me on its way. 51 or 52 miles per hour. I'll have to go back and look, but geez, what a fun ride. What a good wheel. All right, guys, thank you so much for taking time out of your day to view life from the PEV point of view. I'm sure this has been another long one. Thank you guys for watching. Take care.